6th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, here comes Lou. Welcome, Lou.
Thank you.
So right now, having done both of those cases, both of those sections in the Gemora, we're going to go to Tanu Rabbonin. Tanu Rabbonin Hanosein Mos Lishlucho. And this can be found the last 5 pages. Oh, yeah.
102A4, last line on the page.
Last line on the page. Last line on my page too. This is it. We're on the we're about to finish Kuf Base, Ahmed Aleph.
Wow.
So we call upon Alan to have the honor to make the siyum on page Kuf Base, Ahmed Aleph.
Get there in a second. What's excuse me, what's the page number?
102A4.
Four. Okay. I'm starting with
Last line on the page.
okay. The rabbis taught in a brisa. Hanotain more liva low lucho. Rabbis taught in a brisa. If one gave his agent money, buy wheat for him, the Mehem, the Orin, and the agent bought barley with the money, Serene, where he gave him money to buy barley, Volon Kach, Mehem, he came and he bought wheat with it. Tanya Chador, he was taught in one brisa, Im Chato low. If the investment depreciated, it depreciated purely for the agent. The aim ho zero ho low, and if it appreciated, it appreciated for the agent. Was sort of Nine Chador, and it was taught in one brisa. Aim for Pochato so low. If the investment depreciated, it depreciated purely for the agent. The aim ho siru sa, but appreciated for the partnership. How is this contradiction to be resolved?
Okay, so yeah, what's interesting over here is it's like the Gemara started with one brisa. It says Tana Rabbanan. That's the way of telling us that we're about to learn a brisa, and then it relates the facts of the case that the person number one gave money to person number two to be his agent to buy chitin, and the person goes ahead and buys saorin with it. That's what he wanted. Or the other way around. He gave him money to buy saorin, and then he goes ahead and buys chitin with it. So in both cases, he's meshana midas balabais. He's altering the from the instructions of the balabais, and he's doing not according to his agency over here. But then it doesn't. Then it just leaves us in the lurch. It doesn't tell us what the din is from that Tana Rabbanan, and then it brings it says Tanya Chada. One brisa says that this is the din, and then it brings Tanya Chada, and then another brisa says that this is the din. So I understand that the Gemara is pitting a contradiction between the first Tanya and the second Tanya, and why should that be? What should this seems to why how do we resolve this contradiction? That's the Gemara's question. No, this is what we're going to resolve right now in the Gemara. And before we do that, we have one Rashi, a short Rashi to read on the top of Kuf Beis Amid Beis. Likach behen chitin.
Likach behen chitin. He bought with the wheat. Lemechitze sechar. And that's for wages to take out his wages from it.
Machzis schar. What does that mean?
Machzits. Machzits is like half his wages.
He took half of the money that was given him to spend, and he bought chitin with it. That's what it means.
Isn't scar profit?
Scar is wages.
I don't know what Rashi means over here. Is there any explanation? Likach behen chitin. Likach behen chitin. We have in our Gemara likach mehem. Likach mehem. Mayhem. It's interesting that the Gemara says Likach mayhem. Where is the explanation of Rashi? We have to know what this means here. Maxi scar. I thought it meant over here he bought it for half price. There was like a sale. That's why he bought it. Don't know why Rashi. I don't know why Rashi needs to say this, and I don't know where he saw in the language of the Gemara that we have to say that this is what happened either. And I'm not 100% sure that that's what it means either. Say anything in the art scroll over there? What is these words? Likach behen chitin?
Uh,
And why did he wait to say at the second case? Why didn't he say this in the first case? He's talking about the second case. There's two cases over here. One case, he told him to buy chitin, and he bought seorin. That's the first case. The second case, he told him to buy seorin, and he bought chitin. For some reason, Rashi's making his comment on the second case. He didn't make any comment about the first case. On the second case, he makes this comment. What's the difference between the first case and the second case? Then he made the comment on the second case. I'm thoroughly confused.
well, I have a footnote here that says in the middle, this Bryson maintains that although the agent deviated from his instructions, the partnership remains intact and the investor is still a party to the transaction. Thus, he acquires a 50% share of the produce that is purchased and eventually receives the profit that accrues to his share. In the event of a loss, however, the agent is liable to absorb it himself because since he did not follow instructions, he bears full responsibility. At any rate, regarding the case where there is a profit, the second Bryson contradicts the first.
Yeah, that's the next couple lines down. I'll see you with Emsa. What the second Bryson says.
Well,
And
the
I'm
first.
talking about the words in the. I'm talking about the words in the Gemora. They are the first three words in the second line from the top of the page. Likak mihen chitin. Those are the words that we need to translate. The Rashi says lamaxis skar. Lokak mihen sorin. Sorin lokak mihen chitin. Lokak mihen chitin. Neklaku. Okay. I don't have any, so they don't have any comment. Okay. To me, it's a very noteworthy two words that Rashi says over here.
Yeah, well, they say something. There's a big note before this, note 1, Lou, but that doesn't. It says Rashi gives that, which they still don't, see.
Yeah, I read note 1. It didn't seem relevant.
Well, no, note 1 is the start of it, because you have to understand why we get a partnership out of it.
Right.
Oh, in other words, yeah. Why isn't the I mean, it's the right. It's the guy that has the money. He's putting down all the money, and the shliach we would say he's the delivery boy. Go and buy the hitim, but and I'll pay you $100 for it, and that's the whole story. There's no partnership, but okay, so I mean, Rashi didn't mention any of that either. In his comment so far, he mentioned nothing about a partnership. Okay, so what should we do over here? We're totally in the dark. What's the comment about partnership?
That they're 50% partners, and they split the profit, but the shliach absorbs 100% of the loss.
Oh, I see. In other words, it couldn't be. In other words, I guess that's the point. It couldn't be that the shliach would absorb the loss if he's simply a delivery boy who's being told to go to the store and buy some wheat, and the deal is that he's going to be given wages for going to buy the wheat. How could that how can he become a partner in the loss or in the profit if he's not really a partner at all? He shouldn't have anything to do with the loss or the profit. It should all be he was buying it all for the balabais. The balabais owns the whole thing, for good or for bad. So maybe like that we infer from what the Bryces say that they're inferring over there, the art scroll, that it must be that there's a partnership over here between them. It's not simply he's not a delivery boy who's working for a wage. He is a partner, and one partner is supplying the money, and the other partner is supplying the service of purchasing the wheat and getting doing a good deal. He's not just going to the store and buying a bag of milk. There's a certain expertise that he has in purchasing the grain over here, and that's what the person with the money is relying on, and he's making him a partner in the enterprise.
It's interesting. I don't know if this is just a mistake in the English, but the procedure in the art scroll is that it translates in bold. If the English is in bold, it means it's an actual translation of the Hebrew. If it's in plain face, then it's commentary. So in this case, the word partnership is in bold, implying that it's a direct translation, not an implication. And what it's translating as partnership, it says ve'im hosiru le'emtza. So I'm presuming that hosiru means appreciation, and le'emtza is the word that it's translating as partnership.
No, hosiru means that it appreciates.
And emser is halfish. It's in the middle, so it's somehow putting the two of them together.
Yeah.
Now the footnote says literally it means in the middle. So it's acknowledging that that's not the literal translation. But it's saying that because it says that it appreciates in the middle, it has to be a partnership. I guess that's what they're claiming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow, this. Okay, so okay, so in any case, let's just speak out what it is that the two Brises are saying. The first Brise says, Tanya Kada imposfu. So if the purchase that was made by the agents, and it calls him a shliach. Shliach is not a language for a partner. Shliach is a language for an agent. He's an agent of the one who sent him. And the general rule of agency is that whatever the agent does is regarded as though the sender himself did that act. Meaning to say that the agent's identity over here, he's not there at all. He's just a hired hand. So the language is very difficult to finding difficulty with this explanation. It's but okay. Welcome, Roy.
Thank you.
Hello, Ray.
We are on 102B. And we are the second line of from the top of the page over here. So this Brisa says Tanya Idach im pachasu, if what the agent bought is the agent partner, if what he bought goes down in value, so then pachasu lo, that decreasing value is going to be borne 100% by the agent partner. Ve'im hosiru, and if it goes up in value, on the other hand, hosiru lo, it will likewise inure to the partner agent who purchased purchased the grain that the balabais the one with the money didn't want him to purchase. That's what one price says. And the next price says the same thing. If it goes down in value, the one that purchased it, the agent partner, he bears the total loss, 100% of the loss. And on the other hand, if it goes up in value, then the le'emsa, then they split the increase in the value of the appreciation of the item that was bought. So, for example, if the guy gave him, he gave him well, let's not get into how much he gave him, because that gets into this Rashi over here, Lamaxi Skar. Ooh, wait a minute. You know what Rashi means over here, Lamaxi Skar? Now I got it. He's got the purchase, the one that the agent who goes to buy the wheat, likak behen chitim, right? That's what he's being hired for to do. And what's the deal? Lemachsi skar. He's gonna get half of the skar of the deal. Rashi says right there, those two words are telling us that there's a partnership that's being created. Got it?
All right.
We were struggling with these words. I don't think that's the explanation of these words now. He's going to split the schar. He's going to split the profit on the deal. In other words, let's say that he gives him 1,000 to go buy wheat, and so the deal will be that he what happens? He takes the 1,000 and he goes to buy wheat with the 1,000, and then when they when they sell it for 1,500. They resell it at a profit, so the two of them will split the 500 profit. One will get 250 for his efforts, and the other one will get 250 for putting down the capital in order to be able to make the purchase. So that's what Rashi means over here, Lamaxi Skar.
So are you saying, Rabbi, that Lamaxi Skar, the Dibur Maskil, Rashi is adding the word schar, but it's not really in the Gemora?
Yeah, all it says in the Gemora is likach behen chitin. He hires him to go and purchase chitin for him. But Rashi,
later it says lamachsi.
Last word.
It says if it depreciated for him, low.
Yeah.
If it appreciated lamachsi for the middle.
The emsa doesn't say lamaxi.
The emsa. Oh, this is a different word.
Yeah.
Oh, where's lamaxi occurring in the Gemora?
It's not. It's Rashi.
That's Rashi.
But isn't that the Dibur Maskil?
No, Dibur Maskil is the likach behen chitim.
Oh, likach. Oh, okay. I see where I was confused.
Okay, so I think we figured out this Gemora so far, at least the bare essentials that Rashi's explaining over here with the on these words. They're the first three words of the page. Likach, likach lo hitin. Actually, my second comment on the Rashi is likach behen chitin. That's what. So one second. Likach. See what's confusing. I'll tell you what's confusing me is that if you're a stickler for the words over here, the word behen in the Rashi, likach behen chitin. You see the word behen, base hey nun.
Yeah.
You can look all over the page and you won't find that word. Rashi, in other words, has a bit different girsa than the text of our Gemora. What Rashi's girsa likach behen chitin, that corresponds to the words in the first three words on the page. Likach lo chitin.
But a little bit later it says the likach mehem chitim.
Well, it says but that's in other words, likach with a yud is he's telling him to do that. But when it says later lokach mehen, that's what he did.
Right.
So Rashi's describing what is the likach behen. What is it that the agent is supposed to do? He's not describing what the agent did. He's not going on that part of the Gemora. He's going on the part of the Gemora that the money man is telling the agent what it is that his agency consists of. His agency consists of likach behen chitim. Take this money and purchase with it chitim.
So behen is with it?
Behen with the money. Whereas our Gemora says likach lo, to buy for him. And now I'm going to explain to you why Rashi he's got a good girsa over here. If you say likach lo, it's making it sound like the money man, he's the only man that there is over here. I want you to, he's telling him to you go and buy for me. Likach lo means to buy for me. Chitin. It's not for you. You're just a delivery boy. I'm giving you $100 to do the deal, to go to the store and buy the milk. But it's all for me. But Rashi doesn't have that word lo. He has the word behen. Likach behen, to buy with those monies that are being given, chitim. So there's no emphasis on the fact that it's being bought exclusively for the one that's giving the money. And accordingly, Rashi is able to now explain, in line with what he understands the real intention of the brisa to be, that there's a partnership over here. And therefore Rashi says, Lamaxi scar, and they're going to split the scar. That's, in other words, his part of the deal is, an agent's part of the deal is likach behen chitim, to buy with that money chitim. That's his part of the deal. Lamaxis scar for and what's going to be his compensation? Half of the scar of the of the deal, of the profit that's made in this grain deal over here.
So we have potentially the Gemora saying something different from what Rashi says.
Yeah,
The Gemora is saying that it's not a partnership. He said, "I'm giving you this money, buy wheat for me." And the Rashi is saying, "I'm giving you this money, buy wheat with it."
yeah, right.
So, and Rashi is clarifying that with it means it's a partnership.
Yeah.
So how do we know Rashi's right and the Gemara is not right?
Well, it would seem to me that if, like I said before, that if this guy is simply a gopher who's just going to the store and buying a bag of milk, if and he's going to be paid wages for his job. So the outcome that the Brisa says, it would be hard pressed to explain how that could be. That he's going to share in the profit. He's going to have all the loss on him. It would seem more logical that the reason that he's going to share in the loss and the profit is because he's a partner.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Here I have something over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's how they're explaining these words, maxi schar, that they are they made an agreement between them that the profit or the loss would be in the purchase of the chitin will be equal between them. It will be divided between them. That's the way they're understanding, and that's the way they say that is what that's the meaning of the 2 words that Rashi told us. In 2 words, Rashi told us all of that. The maxi star. Okay. So yeah, there's some discussion about that, but we won't get any more complicated than that. That's complicated enough for us. Baruch Hashem, we got that. And so now the Gemara is related that we have one brisa that the ruling in the first brisa is inconsistent with the ruling in the second brisa, and so we need to resolve what's the basis for the contradiction between these 2 brises. So now we're going to go to Roy to read for us Amar Rebbe Yochanan. He's going to resolve this problem.
Omar Rabbi Yochanan said, Lo kashya, there's no difficulty. Hey, there's no difficulty. Herr Rabbi Meir, this one, that is the first brisa, which rules out any profit accrues purely to the agent, reflects the opinion of Reb Meir. V'hei Rabbi Yehuda, whereas that one, that is the second brisa, which rules that the profit accrues to both partners, reflects the opinion of Reb Yehuda. Will I go on? Or
There's one
have a-
Rashi on it.
We have a Rashi over here. Yeah. Yeah, well, we have to figure out why it is that the first brisa accords with the Reb Meir only, and the second brisa accords only with the Reb Yehuda. So that's Rashi's gonna explain us.
Okay, well, Rabbi Meir, it's Rabbi Meir. Kamaita Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir holds the Amma that says Shinui Kone Betraita. The Shini.
Kamaisa Rebbe Meir, Basraisa Rebbe Yehuda.
Yeah, well, Rabbi Meir holds that it's shown when you do a change, he does kone something.
Shinui is
Betray.
Kone. Yeah, that's what.
Shini betrays in both cases. Now, in both cases, I have to remember which cases we're talking about. But Rabbi Yehuda, the Amma, Shinui Einu Kona. Rabbi Yehuda says the Shinui doesn't whatchamacallit, doesn't, you're not Kona. Emihu, however, the low pachatu. Well, if therefore, if it becomes less, it becomes less for him. The love, the avatya siddharya. Okay, because it's not a case of doing something. I don't know what he didn't do there.
Okay. Let's go over this Rashi again. It's a bit difficult to understand what Rashi's saying, but we'll try to work it out. Bez Hashem. So first of all, Rabbi Yochanan tells us these two brises, no kasha. There's nothing difficult over here in the fact that these two brises seem to be contradicting one another. Don't worry about that, says Rabbi Yochanan. Lo kasha. It's not difficult. And what is his answer? Because this brisa goes like Rebbe Meir, and that brisa goes like Rebbe Yehuda. And we know that Rebbe Yehuda and Rebbe Meir disagree with one another. So therefore, it's no surprise to us that they would come out with a different ruling in the case, and that's in fact reflected in the differing rulings of the two brises. So Rashi explains, Reb Meir. This one is Reb Meir. Which one is Reb Meir? Says Rashi, the first two words. Kamaisa Reb Meir. Kamaisa is the first one. The first brisa that was mentioned here in the Gemora is the brisa that is attributed to Reb Meir according to Reb Yochanan. And then Rashi goes on to explain the Amar, because Reb Meir is the one who is of the opinion that Shinui is Kone. When a change is made, that creates a kinyan. Now, what does it mean over here that Shinui is Kone? What Shinui was made over here?
There's a Shinui in between the wrong thing. He switched between the chitim and the sorim.
The money man gave him the money, and he told him to buy wheat, and he went ahead and he took the money and he bought barley with it. So that's the shinui.
What? I don't get it. What did he change from what to what?
He
changed from
changed. He changed from
Got the
the instructions of the one that gave him the money, and didn't do what he instructed him to do, and he did otherwise.
So he changed the instructions?
Yeah, he made a change in the agreement of the partnership. The partnership is that that Reuben's going to give 1,000 to Shimon, and Shimon's going to go and purchase wheat. And what did Shimon do? He was Mishana. He changed from the deal. He went ahead and bought, for some reason, he bought barley. So that's the shinui. So according to Reb Meir, shinui is koina. Shinui is koina. So what does that mean? That means it's what's that mean? What it's going to mean is that this wheat now that he bought, or rather, actually, he bought. He told him to buy wheat, and he bought barley. So now, in that case, or the other way around, it doesn't matter. Both cases we're talking about in the brisa. Whether the first guy told him to buy wheat and he bought barley, whether he told him to buy barley and he and he bought wheat, it's the same shinui. And according to Reb Meir, shinui is koina. So what does that mean, practically speaking, that shinui is koina, that he made an acquisition on the purchase that he made, over and above the acquisition that was made according to the agreement between them, that they would share in the profits and the losses, right? The deal was that they're going to share in the profits and the losses equally. But since the buying agent partner made a shinui in the deal, so now he's the one that's bought the deal, so to speak. So now, according to Reb Meir, he owns the deal, meaning to say that if it goes up, the brisa says, if the first brisa says pachasu, if it goes down in value this week, goes down below the 1,000 that he paid for it, pachasu lo. That's going to be that loss. It now goes down to 700. That's going to be a loss that's going to be borne 100% by the buyer, who is Mishana, and he was Koine. They won't share the loss. He's going to bear it 100%. And so therefore what? He's going to have to pay the other guy, I guess, the loss, I would assume. And on the other hand, if it goes up in value, right? Even though he violated the terms of the partnership, and he bought the barley instead of buying the wheat, who's going to benefit? Who's going to get 100% of the profits? Let's say it goes up to 1,300. The one that bought it, he doesn't have to share that any of that profit with the one that gave the money. That's according to Reb Meir, because Shinui is koina. He's koina the deal. So that's Reb Meir. Basraisa continues Rashi. Basraisa means the last brisa, the last one. Basraisa, that goes according to Reb Yehuda. To Amor Shinui ain't a koine. He says that Shinui does not make a kinyan. This that he was Mishana, and he altered the instructions, and he did other than what the agreed upon deal was. That is not koine. That's not going to create any specific kinyan that he has in over and above more than the one that sent him and gave him the money. They remain partners in the deal, and therefore, if it goes down, according to the second brisa, what happens? Pakasu. Oh, actually, let's do the other one first. If it goes up in value, im hosiru le'emsa. They're going to share the profits. They're going to share the profit. So Rashi now has to answer the question, though. Why is it that when it goes down in value, he's going to bear the total loss of the loss? How come they don't share it? If he wasn't kinda, so why should he have to bear the loss entirely? Entirely. How do you like that word? That's a good word. So Rashi explains.
Yeah, you brought the wrong thing. And it says if it goes down, it goes down for him, the agent, the shliach. And then you have to explain what those last three words of Rashi means. The lav.
Rashi says, however, unlike the uncharacteristic to the fact that he wasn't kona, he will nevertheless bear the full loss. The lav abuise shadre. That is the taina of the sender. The sender will say, I didn't send you. Shadre means to send, and lav is not. I didn't send you laabuse, to make an ivus, to make a mess up. I didn't send you to do a mess up. And so therefore, that's your fault, and you're going to bear the loss. If you bought what you're supposed to buy, so then we share the loss. But you didn't do what you were supposed to do, so you did an ivus. So I didn't send you to do an ivus, so I don't have to share that loss. So you got to share the whole. You got to share the whole loss, even though she knew he's not koina. Okay, Adkan.
Yeah, be well. Thanks.
Everybody have a great day. Bye, Phil. Bye, Roy and Alan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lou.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Have a great day.
Be well, everyone. Bye.